From beautiful South Florida, there's a look at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami. The excitement brewing here in South Florida as a moment ago the Dolphins starters were introduced to this home crowd. They're fired up as well as they get set to match up with the New York Jets. Here's the former Auburn kicker Daniel Carlson to get this one started. And we are underway from Hard Rock Stadium. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. First down. And his first pass is incomplete. And see, you look at this defense, what kind of pressure are they under trying to stop a team that has won 5 games in a row?
Well, to me, it makes their job harder because you know you're going up against an offense that's playing.
And looking for McLaurin, but this is intercepted. Picked off at the 28, and they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line. So far this season, this defense has had their issues against the pass, so that's a great sign for them to get the early pick.
Yeah, confidence builder for them and an absolute shock for the quarterback because he went into it. He saw the numbers we saw. He watched them on tape. I think he came into this one thinking this is going to be a big day, and it very well could be. But early in this one,
and it'll be intercepted. Picked off by James Bradbury. And the Jets are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Now, they were intercepted the first time they had the football, but now they get it back, and it's still 0-0.
And because of that, you know what the thought process is? Interception. What interception? It didn't really happen because they gave up no points. So go back on the attack. Go back and run the offense you believe will be successful. Find your playmakers and give them the football.
Meanwhile, Carr's throw into the hands of Peoples-Jones. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up third down. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on. And I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that, you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch. Now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
On fourth down, Matt Hawk to punt it away. And he gets this away, angled for the sideline with a lot behind it. Wow. And they'll play keep away from the returner as this one will be marked out of bounds at the 13-yard line. Pretty good spot. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
Here's Hunt. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Kareem Hunt, 77 yards. And the Dolphins on just 2 plays have taken the lead. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. Fields this way up at the 17. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. They'll begin on the ground with Akers. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. A give running right is Akers. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down. They'll try and run for this with Akers. And he brings this up to the 46. Good enough for the first. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. 7 yards, the pickup there. Here's a run with Akers on 2nd down. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
They'll run this with Akers. And he'll take this one down to about the 40. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. On the handoff, it's Akers. And he only manages a couple here down to about the 38-yard line.
When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
Derek Carr, very precise thrower of the football. What's the game plan for going up against him? It used to be take away the short stuff, I know, but he's more than a dinkin'.
Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Picked off by Mike Hilton. And the Dolphins are going to take over at their own 13-yard line.
And the Dolphins now with a 1st and 10
at their own 13. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. Open man is Goddard, the tight end. And he'll take this across the 25 before going out of bounds.
I know I spend a lot of time talking about how tight ends in a lot of cases now are pumped up wide receivers, but they're still big people. He used that frame right there to absorb a really big hit on him and held on to the ball.
And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. Out of the gun, they run it with Hunt. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
This defense for the Jets, they were very good last week in the win over New Orleans.
And as in any game, takeaways are always a big key. They're always discussed on defense. There's an emphasis there. And they came away with 3 interceptions in that game.
And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down. Here's Corey Bojorquez now. And now on 4th and 1, it's a fake. And the gamble pays off. They get the first. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Now Tua not liking what he sees, so he's going to signal for a timeout.
They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. And what is this? They're lining up here to punt on 1st down. He'll field this at the 5. And he is out of bounds, able to get it across the 20-yard line. A good return there, 17 yards. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. On 1st down, they'll start out with Akers. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Six yards left on 2nd down. They'll give this to Akers running right. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
Some of these play calls, I think they're a little conservative. Well, you know me, because it's easy to sit up in this booth, right, and make all the calls and think I'm going to be correct. But I would like to see them open things up, because otherwise this defense is going to gang up on.
And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Mike Hilton. And the Dolphins are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December. Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. From midfield, here's Tua. They'll find Juju Smith-Schuster. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Swings this out for Hunt.
And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
And so close, he gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there.
That's a nice job of working his way open down in the red zone. Looked that one in and then made a beeline for the pylon. He didn't quite get there, and you want to give him a little extra for the effort, but instead he sets his guys up in excellent shape with a 1st and goal.
Hunt.
And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. Kareem Hunt with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Dolphins are able to extend that advantage. Extra point by Carlson, up and go. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. But they're going to mark that where it went out of bounds, so really good starting field position up past the 40-yard line. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. Now Carr. And that'll be incomplete.
And when you've thrown as many interceptions as he has in this one, you definitely start getting a little hesitant to throw the ball out wide because that's prime pick 6 territory. That time, he made sure the only guy who was going to catch it was sitting in the 3rd row.
On 2nd down, Akers. And he's across midfield and into Miami territory.
Even though they gave up more than they wanted to on that play, it actually illustrates how well they bottled him up throughout the game because that was his longest run of this contest.
On third down, here's a run by Akers. And able to pick up the first across midfield to the 47.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
They fake the handoff. Now Carr. And that's going to be caught by Peoples-Jones. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. Ahead of the chains now. 2nd and 2. From the shotgun, here's a give to Akers. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. 48 yards rushing on 12 carries for him now. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Mike Hilton. And the Dolphins are going to have it here at their own 32-yard line.
Now, this is just crazy. He's got 3 interceptions, Charles, and we haven't even departed the first half of this ball game.
I think if you're looking at the stats right now, you're saying, all right, who's the leading receiver? Or can you flip it around and say that maybe he is and could be for the game the way that things are going right now? I think if it's him, he wants to be on the field at all times.
From the 39, Tua. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Hunt. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
Now Tua on the bootleg here. Rolling to his right. That's complete to DK Metcalf. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. A reminder, coming up at halftime, we'll send you up to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman is there, and he'll have stats and scores from a busy Sunday in the NFL. They try to set up the screen. Oh, nearly disaster. But it's incomplete. Not much chance of that working. Almost intercepted. It's 2nd down. 2nd and 10. From the gun, it's Tua. He's got Dallas Goedert, his tight end, over the middle. And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 13-yard line.
He's certainly done a nice job spreading the field on this drive. And here he finds his big tight end for good yardage. And that's what you have to do. Keep defenses guessing about where you're going to go with the football.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. They run right side with Hunt. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. A carry here for Hunt. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Here's play number 7 on the drive. This is 3rd and 7. Tua going to throw. And he's going to dump this off to his running back, Hunt. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. On now the Miami field goal unit. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. The kick by Carlson is good. So a long drive gets him down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And with a little under a minute remaining, they may try to put something together here just to try to cut into that deficit. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Slings this deep from McLaurin. It's caught inside the 25. And he'll be marked down deep on Miami's side of the field. A big play there just before halftime. So the field flips here as they'll go to work at the 20 now on 1st and 10. Into the red zone. It's Carr. And he'll throw this one away. But I don't think he was out of the pocket. No, here comes the flag. Clearly wasn't outside of the tackle box. There's your penalty.
And accompanying that penalty, a loss of down.
On 2nd down, here's Carr. And now here is another interception. Picked off by Cameron Sutton. And the Dolphins are in great shape here as they take over at their 46-yard line. That is now 5 interceptions that he has thrown in this ball game. If I asked you to speculate what's possibly going on in his head, what would you say?
Well, if he's as mentally strong as I believe he is, he understands that not all these picks have been his fault. You know, some of the throws, yes, but there have been a good number of them where he hasn't been helped by his own receivers, and they've turned into interceptions. So he knows if he keeps firing, perhaps
he'll be taken down. The Jets get in there for the sack. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. On 2nd down now, it's Hunt. Oh, what a juke into space. And he's going to be taken down here as that will lead us to the end of the first half of play. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we go up to Orlando now and hand it over to Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 30, right about the 29. First down, Miami, as they get set to start the drive. And they've got the lead, CD. What do you expect from them in this second half?
Well, I like what they were able to do on the ground in the first half because they had a lot of success running the ball, and I certainly think we'll see more of that. But I keep an eye on that defense, and I think their coaches up in the box will do the exact same thing. If they start to see 1 or 2 guys start to creep towards the line of scrimmage, that'll be licensed to take some shots downfield.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And this is caught. Touchdown, Dolphins. DK Metcalf hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Dolphins come right out of the locker room and score here the opening minute of the 3rd quarter. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the lead is now 24. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. Very short kick taken right at the 20. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
You got to figure the further they fall behind, the more you think that they'll get away from the run. They're trying to stick with it, but the results, they just aren't there.
Throwing his car on 3rd down. Slings this deep from McLaurin. Oh, a contested ball here, and it's going to be caught. And he'll be marked down deep on Miami's side of the field. It's a big play there for the Jets on 3rd down. So the field flips here as they'll go to work at the 20 now on 1st and 10. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20.
They'll run out of the gun with Akers.
And he'll take this down for about 4 yards, down to the 15.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
Open man is Jacoby Myers. He's got it. And the Jets are going to have first and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. And they've got 3 tight ends here on first and goal to add some extra mass.
Play action. Now it's Carr. And this will be caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Jets.
Mike Strawn,
his second touchdown on the season. And the Jets are able to cut into this deficit. So now here's Derek Carr leading his guys up to go for 2.
It's a run with Akers.
And he pushes forward but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1. I guess the last score wasn't enough for them. They want more. Here comes an onside kick. And wait a minute, did the Jets get it? They did. Well, I guess they felt like they needed something to get them going. Maybe you wait for this type of a play, but they try the onside kick, and it works.
I'm starting to wonder if the analytics coach is starting to get involved in the football nowadays. When you see this type of play made, this type of a risk.
And my goodness, another interception.
Picked off by Mike Hilton. And the Dolphins are going to have the football here at their own 18-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Give him 9 there on the first down completion. From the 27th, Tua. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1. They'll try to run for the first down with Hunt.
And they're able to get this one across the 35.
108 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
Yeah, another good run there. He's been such a big part of their success here this afternoon. And that last carry, it puts him over 100 yards now for the day.
Now after the run by Hunt, here's 1st and 10. Here's Tua. Escaping the pressure right. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down.
Tua.
Johnson's got it complete. And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 41-yard line.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the 3rd quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
And this one's going to go the wrong way, losing yardage back at the 42. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard.
Second and 11 now.
They fake the handoff. Now Tua hit, and the ball is out. But I think a Dolphin was able to fall on it. Yes, they'll keep possession here.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage. But I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Catch is made by Metcalf. A heck of a play there on third down, but amazingly, they're still short for fourth. So out comes a field goal team now for the second time here today. From the left hash, this will be a 52-yard attempt. And this one is no good. He missed it. And this score will stay right where it is.
Everything looked good. Good snap, good hold. Sometimes, though, the ball just doesn't want to go where you want it. And this one winds up no good.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Slings this deep from McLaurin. And it is incomplete. Good positioning there downfield to break that one up.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the number 3 man in the NFL in terms of receiving yards.
Also tells you there's a full combination of what he's got going in his game. You name it, from route running to catching the football. That's why he's able to produce those types of numbers.
On 1st and 10, here's Carr. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
Certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
Over the middle, and there's a diving catch.
When you're a player of his stature, you don't just circle the games on your team's calendar. You
circle the Pro Bowl?
Without a doubt. That's a game that you just figure you're going to be in each and every year. And it's because of catches like that. That's why he goes.
And he's got his man in stride, complete. And the Jets are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line. We're off to the 4th quarter here in Week 15. Happy holidays to all. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Akers. And he gets halfway there down to the 1-yard line. Only a yard that time. 2nd and goal. They'll run with Madison. And he gets halfway there down to the 1-yard line. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. So a decent deficit at this stage in the second half. 4-down territory?
No doubt about it. There's not a chance that he hasn't looked ahead and said, okay, if we gain yardage on this play, this is what we'll do going forward. If we lose,
and he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. Cam Akers, touchdown number 18 on the year. And the Jets have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. Out comes the kicking team here for the extra point. Oh, and now they're going to fake it. It's a wobbler, and it's intercepted. There he goes, right side. The 30. 10. And he takes it all the way back. It's a pick 2, if you will, as head play backfires in a big way. 2 scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. And the Dolphins are going to recover. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we've brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Going to the air. Tagovailoa. This one into the hands of Metcalf. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. Catch number 100 for his career right there, and it's good enough to keep the chains moving. 2 now on 1st down. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Hunt. And they'll get this down to the 10.
Partner, I like that they're staying aggressive on offense because, to me, this drive is what is known as a put-away drive. You score here, that might put this one to bed. I like the fact that they're playing with confidence and not playing with fear.
And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up second down. Here's 2nd and 10. Running with Hunt here out of the shotgun. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. Just a couple there on the second down run. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8 situation. He's hit pay dirt a lot this year, but not that time.
Yeah, I'm tracking right there with you. You're exactly right. He's found the end zone plenty of times. No way I can find any fault with the call. He may not have scored there, but of course you're going to give it.
Touchdown! Kareem Hunt, his 3rd touchdown of the game, number 16 on the season. And the Dolphins look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here this 4th quarter. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. And a short kick taken at about the 16. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape, up past the 30. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. This one certainly has not gone according to script. You would have thought on paper that this offense would have its... And now here is another interception. Picked off at the 30. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 and a Dolphins touchdown. And that one will pretty much erase any hopes of a 4th quarter comeback.
With emphasis, interception, return for touchdown. Door closed, locked, reinforced.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that'll increase their lead to 28. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. Taken at the 15, a short kick. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Now Carr to try again after the pick 6. Slings this deep from McLaurin. And that's caught inside the 35. It's a big play that time by the Jets. So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35. Here's Carr to throw. And his throw here's incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Carr. Then he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
We've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away. This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out.
He'll get this to his tight end. That's Pat Freiermuth.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
A gain of 16 yards. First down, New York.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by the safety, Jarquiski Tart. And now off to the races, down the right side. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 and a Dolphins touchdown. Defensively, they've had their way in this one. That pick 6 makes that scoreboard even more lopsided.
I remember talking with a guy in the league And I said, what do you do when the game's like this? You know, it's pretty much over. You ready to go to the bench and hang out? And he said, oh, heck no. I want to stay on the field. I might get some stats. I might get a pick or two.
You like being out there at the end of these wide margins.
When they have to throw it, that gives you more opportunities to go get it.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This fielded right at the goal line. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Throwing after the interception. Carr slings this deep for McLaurin. A fight for it, and this is caught. What a catch. So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. Throwing now is Carr. A good response by the defense, sending them backwards after that huge gain last play. Behind the sticks here with a 2nd and 15. Carr going to throw. And now here is another interception. Now a loose football. The ball comes out. And it's a defensive return for a late touchdown. So they still need somewhat of a miracle here, but at least that gets them a little bit closer. Extra point right down the middle. And that'll cut the lead down a bit to 28. So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. And they got it. They recovered it. Wait, hang on now, though. There's a penalty flag down. So they touched it before it went 10, and that's obviously not going to help their comeback bid here in the 4th.
No, not at all. And they're trying to get something going after one there. But you've got to give yourself a chance. Let it go 10 before you touch it.
That one looks like he'll throw here. He'll find Smith-Schuster. That's complete. And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down. Tagovailoa working out of the gun. He'll find Smith-Schuster again. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders. Hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. A big play there for the Dolphins. Boy, another big play late here for an offense, Charles, that certainly has had its fair share of big plays.
Coverage has been a problem all game long, and I would say that going along with that has been confidence. Because even if they had the right coverage, they've still dented them, and now it's been a real issue for them during this game.
The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game. The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal. They'll run again with Hunt. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts, as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go in the game. 3rd and goal as they look to pour some more salt in the wound. They'll try to run with Hunt. And he'll get him a bit closer as he's down to the 2-yard line. The Jets going to go ahead and use their final timeout as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this 4th quarter. On now the Miami field goal unit. From the right hash at a bit of a tight angle. Carlson able to put this one through. Now they're sitting pretty now as the lead grows even further. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know, in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
Taken at the 15, a short kick, and up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Now, this game went off the rails early for them and never really got back on track. And these fans, they were expecting to be on the other side of the scoreboard. But that is not the case as we play on here in this fourth quarter. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. To throw, it's Carr. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Mike Hilton. And the Dolphins are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 24-yard line. After the turnover, it's Tua. Oh, Metcalf, what a catch. There he goes, left side. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
Well, this is long since over, and some might see this as overkill. But remember, this is a team that puts on the hard hats, grabs the lunch pail, and tells everyone, we're going to give you a full 60 minutes. And that's exactly how they're playing this one out.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that will extend this big lead. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. And a short kick taken at about the 16. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. That 5-game win streak is ticking away here in the fourth quarter. Just haven't been as sharp in this one. And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for Miami, they get back to 500 now as the win moves them to 7-7. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the New Orleans Saints. Meanwhile, for the Jets, they'll drop to 9-5 on the year. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves next week at home against Jacksonville. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.